Hey everybody, KC here. So Morning Consult is out with its survey of the fastest growing brands of 2025. Not just across just basically all adults, but then they break it out into a bunch of different demographic groups. And I thought this is really, really interesting. When you look at all US adults, the fastest growing brand of 2025 is DoorDash. Okay, not really a surprise, but really interesting. But it's fascinating. Number 2 is Fruit of the Loom, which is sort of odd. Number 3 is TikTok Shop. Number 4 is Great Value French Fried Potatoes, Walmart's private label French fry line. And number 5 is Breyer's Ice Cream. And there's a lot of different ones, and ChatGPT comes in at number 9 across all US adults. And I'll put a link to the survey where you can download it on Morning Newsbeat. But I thought those were really, really interesting. But what was also interesting is when you started to look at more specific cohorts, the kinds of information you get. For example, if you look at men, okay, DoorDash, number 1. 2 is Dollar Tree. Number 3 is the Discovery Network. Barstool Sports, number 14. The Wall Street Journal, number 16. That makes my journalist heartbeat go pitter-pat. And then number 19 is Tostitos, and number 20 is Hallmark. Are men going out and buying cards? I'm a little shocked by this. Among women, number 1 is Sonic Drive-In. Number 2, Green Giant. Again, a frozen food legacy brand. Trix is number 10. Great Value French Fried Potatoes is number 12, and Breyer's Ice Cream is number 18. Among women, DoorDash doesn't even make the top 20. Gen X. Apple Intelligence is number 3. H&M is number 1. Walmart's Great Value French Fried Potatoes, number 4. DoorDash, number 6. Coffee Mate, number 10. Among millennials, Coinbase and Epic Games are tied at number 1. Spanx is number 3. Maybe that's more information than we need to have. The Wall Street Journal is number 8. Shein, the cheap crap company, as I like to call it, out of China, they're number 13. But among millennials, DoorDash doesn't make the list. Among Gen Z, Uber Eats is number 1. New York Times is number 2. That makes me so happy. Walmart Plus is number 4. ChatGPT is number 8. Bullet Bourbon is number 11. Walmart in general is number 20. But among Gen Z, no DoorDash. People among income $100,000 or more a year. Again, no DoorDash. And there's interesting things there, like ChatGPT is number 11. Harley Davidson is number 7. And Microsoft Copilot is number 6. Among people who have an income between $50,000 and $100,000 a year, they're big on DoorDash. That's number 1. MTV is number 2. And Tostitos is number 3. That's really, really interesting. Among people who have an income under $50,000, Discount Tire is number 1. Great Value French Fried Potatoes is number 2. And there's no DoorDash. And finally, among baby boomers, this is my demographic, Pringles is number 1. DoorDash is number 2. Downy is 3. Old Navy is 4. And Breyer's Ice Cream is number 5. And these, keep in mind, these are all among the fastest growing brands of the previous year. Now, a couple of things, interesting things to me here. First of all, how many cohorts DoorDash is in, but also how many cohorts DoorDash is not in. I think it's fascinating the degree of growth that Walmart is getting out of its private label French fry line. That tells us a lot about the economy, and it probably tells us a lot about how people perceive the quality of Walmart's private label. I think it's fascinating to see the continuing growth of legacy brands. Fruit of the Loom, Trix cereal, Breyer's Ice Cream, Coffee Mate. I also think it's also interesting to see, from my perspective, is how few, like almost none, of these high growth brands, even among baby boomers, are part of my everyday life, which is probably why my demographic is not seen as necessarily very desirable for marketers. But mostly, I think it's fascinating to see how little these cohorts have in common. There are things they do have in common, but there's a lot that they don't have in common. And maybe it was always so, but the question I have to wonder about is whether time and with economic realities and technology, are they likely to make us more alike or to drive us apart? I'm a cynic. I tend to think it's going to be the latter. I think that you could see a time in the not too distant future where there'll be almost no commonalities among these groups. That's going to make it very hard for anybody, whether you're a retailer or a supplier, packager, manufacturer, to figure out how to do mass marketing. It's not a new idea that mass marketing as a concept may in fact have its days are numbered, simply because people have such specific and different tastes. Anyway, as I said, I'll put a link in the text so you can check this out yourself. I thought it was a fascinating survey. That's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.